Hey folks, it's Russ. Today is Tuesday, October 28th, 2025. I hope you're having a great day. In this video, I'm going to talk to you about turning your mailbox into an asset. But before I get started, if this is your first time here, welcome. I've been involved in the work from home space for 19 years, and I've been helping people full-time since 2018. All right, helping people quit the rat race or supplement their income. And it's a true passion of mine to do so. So with that being said, I thought today for a Tuesday tip video that I would talk to you about looking at your mailbox as a money-making asset as opposed to a bill collector, okay? Because everybody, I know how it is. People go to their mailbox and they're always just thinking, oh, more bills, more bad news, more negative things. But if you change your mindset and look at it as a money-making asset, it changes the game, right? Because direct mail works. I've been doing direct mail for a long time now, and direct mail's been in business for, since the 1860s. And places like Montgomery Ward, who started in the late 1800s with their mail catalog, they're still in business. They still have a mail catalog. All right, and they do tens of millions of dollars every single year. So direct mail, direct response, whatever you want to call it, it still works. And your mailbox can deliver money and paychecks to you if you use it the right way. So what do I mean by that? I mean that you have to have a product or service or an opportunity that you resonate with. All right, it has to be something that you resonate with. And then you have to have a leads list, all right? So a list of people who are looking for what you're offering. And you have to mail out continuously, consistently, right? That's what I'm doing. This is a stack going out in the mail today. And I put stacks of mail in the mailbox nearly every day because I like staying consistent, right? And I know that each one of these letters I send out, like I've talked about in other videos, they're like little seeds that I'm planting, right? And over time, the more that you water your seeds, the more plants are going to grow. The more trees are going to grow. Money trees. So if I mail out 100 letters, I might get, 10, 20 people opting into my pages, and then a couple of those people might join. And the results are not typical, okay? I've been doing this a long time. I built my own personal brand. And, if you're just starting out, you might not get these type of results. You might get better results. I don't know. All right, but I can't guarantee anything or that you'll make any money if you join me. It's simply dependent on your work ethic and what you put into it. If you treat it like a business, you'll get business pay. And if you treat it like a hobby, you're going to get hobby pay or end up paying like you do for most hobbies, right? And if you do what 98% of people do, they take zero action. They take zero action. But each one of these letters that I'm sending out has the potential to grow my income for me. So when you start doing direct mail and you're in an opportunity or a program or you're offering a product or service that pays you for sharing the opportunity, you can get mailbox money. So instead of getting bills in the mail all the time, sometimes you're going to get a nice little letter with a check in it or cash in it, depending on what it is you're doing. It could also be, inbox mail, where you get an email saying, oh, we just sent such, $100 to your PayPal account for making a sale. But start treating your mailbox like an asset and start looking at it as a positive thing as opposed to a negative bill collector. Because direct mail, I'm telling you folks, direct mail still works 100%. You just have to work it. All right? There's very low competition when it comes to direct mail. 98% of the people, 99% of the people, well, it's about 95%, okay? Because they say that 5% of the population is always moving at any given time. So, if you mail out 100 leads, let's just say that 95% of them are going to get your letter or postcard or flyer or whatever it is that you're mailing. All right. The other 5%, well, they might not get them just because of, the nature of the game. People are always moving. But even so, out of those 95 people, those 95 people are going to see whatever it is that you put in the mail for them. All right. Because even like me, I get tons of direct mail. Once you start getting involved in the direct mail, I recommend you get a P.O. box, a separate one, to keep everything separate, because you will get inundated with mail, okay? And I like it. I go through everything. I'm always looking at different opportunities, and just because you never know. I'm curious about what other people are sharing. But the point of it is that when you send out a piece of mail in the mail, 95% of the people are going to see that piece of mail. All right, and most of them are going to open it. Okay, this is what mine looks like. All right, people are going to open that just out of curiosity. As opposed to if you send out an email, I probably get 100 emails a day. And unless I know who it's from or it's something that I'm involved with, 99% of the other ones, they don't even get opened, right? It has to be from a client that I'm working with, an opportunity that I'm a part of, a friend or family member that I know, or somebody reaching out through one of my websites asking me a question, right? If it's from somebody else, I don't even open it most of the time because I don't have time to sit there and do it. They're just junk spam, mail. So if you send out an email, especially if you're doing cold emailing and nobody knows who you are, the chances of that being open are next to nothing. Whereas if you send a letter to somebody you don't know, they're going to open it no matter what, just out of curiosity, right? So direct mail really works. And the more consistent you are, the more predictable your profits can be, all right? And it takes a little time. When you're first starting out, I've worked with people where they've had sales in their first 30 days, and I've worked with people who took them over 6 months to get a sale. There's a lot of different factors that go into it. Such as how many pieces of mail are you mailing out every month or every week? If you're only mailing out 100 postcards a month, well, it's going to take you a little time to start seeing some traction. I mean, you could get a sale right away, but the chances are that it's going to take you a little time. If you're mailing out 1,000 pieces of mail every month, well, you could probably get expect to see a sale in your first 30 days. There's no way to, to judge it or to guarantee anything. But, the point of it is that you have to just stay consistent and continue to stay consistent. So continue to mail every single day, just knowing you're planting little seeds and knowing that at some point you're going to start seeing paychecks and cash coming to you in your mailbox. And that will help you with the bills that you're going to get in your mailbox, So it's time to, turn your mailbox into your business partner and not your burden, okay? And you can do that. Anybody can do that. Direct mail works for anybody, especially if you're here in the United States. I can't speak of any other country because I've never mailed mail in any other country. I know like in Canada, you have to opt into different offers to receive mail from them. Whereas here in the United States, you can mail people and then you just have to give them the option to opt out if they don't want to receive that anymore. So that's kind of a really nice benefit that we have here living in the United States. You just mail out your offer, get a good product, service, or opportunity that you can stand behind 100%. Get an email or a list of leads or people that are looking for ways to supplement or replace their income, and just start mailing it out. We have resources for stamps. We have resources for everything that you need, okay? When you join me in any of my programs, you will get my resource page. My contact information, you'll get my exact same letter template that I use in all my letters that I send out. And we have postcards for all the opportunities that I'm a part of, flyers, however you want to share the opportunity. But the point of today's video is look at your mailbox as an asset. And if you're not doing direct mail right now, start doing it, because it's overlooked, it's underused. And instead of fighting for clicks and traffic and things like that online, which you should still do, I still do both. I do social media marketing too. But when you add in direct mail, it doubles the amount of people seeing your opportunity, right? And we know that this is a numbers game. That's what you want. You want more eyeballs on your opportunity, means more leads into your capture pages, which over time means more sales. Okay, so I hope you found value in this video. If you did, please consider giving me a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and click that notification bell so you're notified each and every time I upload a new video. And with that being said, I hope you have a great rest of your day wherever you are. I look forward to seeing you in my next video. And until then, stay well, be safe, and peace be with you. Thanks for watching.